Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. Janelle Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point. Oh my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Now it gets hard to also turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
They've already breached double digits in victories this season. And tonight they're trying to add to their tally. The Gensan Warriors and the Pasay Voyagers battling it out in our main game ngayong Lunes. Cyrus Tabi and Marvin Junicio earlier trying to lead their respective teams to glory here at the Pasay Astrodome in Pasay City. Magandang gabi muli mga kaliga. Si Dav Tupas kasama si Javi Palania. And binabati din natin ang mga nanonood sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we'd like to welcome everyone on Solar Sports. And Javi, dalawang kupunan, it's been, up and down, right? At sa simula lang, ngayon, Gensan has steadied the ship. Ito naman Pasay, they are still without their top scorer, Lawrence Paul Victoria.
But over the last couple of games, itong Pasay has been able to hold down the fort, while Gensan, you mentioned, one of the red-hot teams right now in the Southern Division on a winning streak. So the Warriors looking to extend that right now, while Pasay is trying to avoid another loss on their home floor.
No. Let's bring in Larda Punsalan, who's been quite busy talking to our two coaches. Anong update sa dalawa nating kupanan going into this very important matchup, particularly sa kanilang pwestuhan doon sa kanilang respective divisions, Lyra?
Maraming salamat sa Delph. It's Pasay versus Gensan. Parehong dangerous, parehong dikit sa standings at parehong may patunay na sistema. For Coach Marlon, of course, is looking forward to defend their home court. Walang labis, walang kulang. Stick daw sa sistema. What works for them, works for them. And his main call is to hustle hard on defense, push fast on offense, and of course, lahat daw dapat maging visible at may ambag. On the other side, for Coach Elvis, is building on something quite special. Wala na daw pilitan. The system is working. The players are maturing. But most of all, they're enjoying at mas nagiging submissive na nga ang mga Warriors. And they're bringing in that road Warrior grit for tonight. 2 disciplined squads, 1 statement games. This is not just about standings. It's about pride. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Very important game for Gensan, to say the least, because they want to continue that winning streak. Ang ganda na ng mga panalo nila. They won against Binyan. They've had some highlight wins this season. And it's not just the way they've come up with this winning streak. It's the way they've been playing that has really impressed us here, Javi.
You're right, and this was no different. Their last game against the Manila Batang Quiapo, against one of the top scoring teams in the league, they were able to limit Manila to just 45 points while scoring 99 of their own, and that was built on 16 conversions from the outside, 9 of which came from the returning Ant-Man Mark Cruz sa laro na to. And look at the rebounding difference in this game, Sidel. When does a team actually get 73 rebounds? That's quite rare, especially in this league. But that was also dominated by the Warriors, which gave way to them getting this victory. But the bench was very productive, outscoring Manila's bench 70-19. A lot of great performances in this game for the Gensan Warriors.
That was the 4th straight victory para dito sa Gensan Warriors. Pasay, on the other hand, also came out on top in their last game, and this was played in their home floor. Itong panalo nila against the Davao Occidental Tigers. The Tigers were rejuvenated going into this matchup, because they won against Binyan in triple overtime, and then nakalaban nila itong Pasay, and then Voyagers stopped them on their tracks 72-64.
Yeah, Davao actually kept it close in the first 2 quarters, but then Pasay started going on a roll in the 3rd quarter, outscoring Davao 30-14 to establish a 20-point lead heading into the final frame before holding on any comeback attempts by the Tigers sa laro na yon. They were able to go to the line a lot, 18 free throw attempts and converted 17. That's very impressive for a team. And if you're Coach Marlon Martin, you have to be very pleased with that kind of performance, especially being able to force 23 turnovers sa Davao Occidental sa laro na yon.
Well, Pasay continues to miss the services of the injured Lawrence Paul Victoria, but Cyrus Tabi has picked up the slack big time para dito sa Voyagers. Cyrus is considered as one of the most improved players this season. His numbers are up across the board, Javi. And alam natin that his composure, not only his numbers, but yung kanyang reliability and dependability factor dito sa Pasay ay nakikita natin na angat ngayong season na to.
Tamang-tama ka dyan, si Delph, and I cannot justify that enough. This guy has been known over the past seasons as more of a two-way player, but now his offense has really zoomed ahead. 17 points in that game. He was actually scoreless in the first quarter before he started getting on the board in the second. It scored 11 points in the second half.
Okay, so Cyrus Tabi will be a marked man as the Voyagers take on the Warriors. Let's go to Richard Campos for the starting
At the
line.
Cuneta Astrodome, Gensan versus your Pasay Voyagers in Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL, live on Solar Sports. Introducing first the starting five for Gensan Warriors. Playing center number 41, CJ Gonzalez. At guard number 8, Ping Masaglang. Forward number 7, Kyle Tolentino. Power forward number 5, Larry Rodriguez. Point guard number 4, the Flash, Nico Elorde. The head coach is the counselor Elvis Tolentino. Assisted by Boying Diloy, Peter Deleguero, Apol Coronado, Rod Tolentino, Rizal Castro, and Ray Javier. Coaching consultant, the birthday boy, Noy Pido. Team manager, Merman Flores. The team owner is counselor Michael Pacquiao. And now, for your Pasay Voyagers! At guard, number 77, Dan Sara. Also at guard, number 15, Cyrus Tabi. Coming in at center, number 4, Warren Bonifacio. Forward, number 9, AJ Coronel. Also at forward, number 13, Dr. Fly. Don The head coach is Marlon Martin. His assistants are Hubert de los Santos, Adrian Bocal, Don Moderno, Willie Generalao, and Brian Orog. Team consultant Cholo Martin. The team honors Raul Bacalzo, Mickey Ligot, Labin Castro, JD Castro, and Lian Calixto Rubiano.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Gensan has Nico Elorde, Ping Masaglang, CJ Gonzalez, Kyle Tolentino, and Larry Rodriguez. Kabila naman for the home team, the Pasay Voyagers, Warren Bonifacio, Dan Sara, Cyrus Tabi, AJ Coronel, and Don Reverente.
This starting unit has really worked wonders para kay Coach Elvis Tolentino in this winning streak of theirs. Ever since he has made Ping Masaglang a big part of his rotation, it has really created a lot of impact on the Gensan Warriors winning run.
Crew Chief Alan Manzano, kasama niya si Maynard Centeno, EJ Carase, and Efren Aganan. And we are underway. Pasay against Gensan dito sa Pasay Astrodome. A steal by Ping Masaglang.
You hate to start your game with a turnover going off on the wrong note, but Pasay will have to get a stop here.
They have to deal with that. Pero pag nasa vicinity kasi si Ping Masaglang, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yan eh. Can't be too casual with the basketball when Ping Masaglang is in the area.
Well, he rode the bench the start of the season, the first few games, but ever since he stepped into the rotation and became a big part of it and into the starting lineup, it really has changed a lot of things para sa Gensan. He fits right into the profile that Coach Elvis wants for this team.
Coach Marlon immediately with a challenge on that out-of-bounds decision. We will be right back.
The challenge made by Pasay Voyagers is successful.
Challenge successful. And this was last touch ni Larry Rodriguez, obviously.
Yeah.
I reserve my judgment until I saw the replay.
Good for you. That's a nice precaution to avoid wrong calls.
Cyrus Tabi, pinapahirapan ni Ping Masaglang.
And I think he's gonna meet his match here. Ito si Cyrus Tabi going up against Ping Masaglang.
Ganda.
Actually, these two,
Ganda rin ang matchup nito, Sara and Ilorde.
yun na nga. These two guards in the backcourt from each side, there's definitely gonna be a dogfight.
Wow, what a defensive stand. Talk about making a statement.
Oh yeah. And, you know, these two teams really put a heavy premium on defense. So expect this to be a low-scoring game.
Almost a minute gone by. Wala pa nakakashoot dito sa dalawang kupunan natin. Ilorde trying to go to Gonzalez, and Reverente comes up with the steal. AJ to Don Reverente. Reverente atake and a steal by Nico Ilorde. Back the other way, Masaglang to Larry, back to Ping, 2 points.
Both Rodriguez and Masaglang playing catch on that transition attack, ping-ponging to each other and finishing with a basket.
And you see where Gensan is right now. Those type of plays, Abby, shows you in terms of sharpness kung saan ang kupunan ng Warriors. Tabi, what a move!
If you notice that they're really playing with a lot of speed and space at this point.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. That ball did not touch the ground.
Dahil lang unang part ng season, they did not really get to go out in transition a lot. But right now, they really have been going back to that identity that we've known coming from an Elvis Tolentino coach squad. There's so much more space and pace in their play, and they're also reliving a lot of shots from the outside.
They tied the 2 apiece. Ilorde gets bumped. No call. Rebound ni Bonifacio. It's with Dan Sara. Sara takes the free throw line jumper. Well defended. Reverente inside. That ball knocked away. Picked up by Larry Rodriguez. Bigay agad kay Kyle Tolentino. Tolentino up against AJ Coronel. The turnaround shot is short. Reverente ahead to Coronel. AJ.
Oh,
No good on the layup.
it could have been a nice getaway, but a little bit out of control on the attempt.
Larry Rodriguez, rebound, takbuhan agad. Tabi on the move. Cyrus Tabi will earn a trip to the line for 2 free throws.
Larry Rodriguez got beat to the spot there by Cyrus Tabi, although it was quite tight for him, still able to find an opportunity to draw some contact on the big man.
Back to the line to Cyrus Tabi.
And Tabi, 3 of 3 so far. In the foul line, Boss Lavin Castro there.
Imagine the amount of confidence that Cyrus Tabi has developed this year. You could imagine this could be his breakout season here in the league, and after spending the past seasons as a backup, mostly.
Yes, absolutely. Good friend, my good friend, our good friend, Kiefer Ravena went up against Cyrus in an exhibition game a couple of weeks back. Bilip. Grabe daw eh.
Well, dahil you know, it takes a lot of courage and confidence to be able to really play well and confidently against one of the best players the Philippines has ever seen in Kiefer Ravena.
Oo. Well, it's also, you know, you take on that challenge. No? The challenge ka rin eh.
You know, the way we've seen Cyrus Tabi, he's never backed down from any challenge this season. He really has risen through the ranks for this Pasay team.
Coronel goes to Sara. Dan to Cyrus, who gets fouled. Another trip to the line para kay Cyrus Tabi. He's been perfect at the line.
At yung ganyang klaseng tapang talagang bagay na bagay dito sa ating liga. You know, if you exude that kind of bravery here in this league, you definitely will be going places. And that's exactly what Cyrus Tabi has done so far this season for Pasay. Tabi has been averaging 10.7 points per game this season. Very good free throw shooter, 83.9% this year. Ito si Cyrus Tabi.
You know, perfect at the line so far, 6 of 6. Marvin Junicio gets it to Ilorde. Tolentino. Larry Rodriguez against Juan and Bonifacio. Larry, fade away, short. Rebound. It's with Marwin. Marwin with a finger roll.
Is that really Marvin Junicio? I thought Simon Camacho already played a game a while ago.
Hey. Kahit yung mga teammates niya tinawag ako eh. Sabi ni Kyle Tolentino, pwede ba double game sa isang araw as Kyle Tolentino rings the bell with a 3.
Hindi ko alam kung pwede yung double game, pero pwede talaga yung ginawa ni Kyle Tolentino doon. Stop and pop on a dime in transition, a three-pointer down the drain.
That's a kick ball.
It's nice to see Dan Sara and Nico Elorde going at it again. You know, these two were once one of the top point guards in the high school ranks here in the Philippines.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. It's Kyle Tolentino. Headband Kyle.
He's really taken on that new look of his this season. And I think it's improved his shooting as well. Siguro kasama na yan sa mga bagong pangitain niya.
They whistle a foul on Dan Sara on the driving Nico Elorde. Okay guys, so ang joke is si Marvin Junicio at Simon Camacho ay ka-look-alike. Okay? If there's one hobby us Filipinos would love to do, you know, maliban sa mga kung ano-ano dyan, kakascroll sa social media, isa doon ay ang paghanap ng ka-look-alike ng isang tao. Kyle Tolentino, that's his second 3 of the game, 12-8.
And now that Kyle Tolentino has his second 3, I'd like also to go to our second ka-look-alike. I think Lawrence Victoria, who is not suited up for Pasay in this game, also looks like one of his teammates, Brian Hilario. Do you see it? Do you see
meron. Do you want to know your ka-look-alike? Okay, since we're there, as we check out this 3-pointer from Kyle Tolentino, nasa Pangasinan. Nasa Pangasinan.
I didn't
Shooter! Shooter!
I didn't think we were gonna go this line.
Shooter! Kaliwete din. Kaliwete din. Sana nga may segment as a travel is whistled on Dan Sara.
Well,
Ralph Robin, my friend.
Now that you've mentioned it, I think our producers will definitely try and
Ralph Robin. Si Migs Gomez ka naglaro nung last game kanina in the person of JK Casino.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Kyle Tolentino feeling it. That was...
Hiruta knew it.
Yeah, kaya nga, Ralph Robin. Nag-agree si Jeff. Nasa kaliwa ko. Ha? Nag-agree si Jeff.
I won't deny it. Pero marami nagsasabi na may kamukha daw ako na race car driver.
May hindi gusto mong lumagpas sa MPBL, Gusto mong papalawakin yung reach mo,
marami nagsasabi Alex Albon daw .
Aba. Aba.
Hindi ako nagsabi nun marami na nagsabi. Hindi ako.
Papakonfirm natin kay Ate Mix yan. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. 2 for 2 for Peter Pan. Joey Barcuma.
Pasay has really been doing well from the free throw line in this game.
Smile agad si Joey Barcuma. Narinig niya yung Peter Pan.
Talo ng talo eh.
38% three-point shooter Joel Liu is in the game. 38%, ha?
Mga kaibigan, para lang sa inyong kaalaman,
38,
as soon as he got near us during warm-ups, siya pa nagsabi nun. Check nyo, 38%.
Ito na siya. Liu with a drive. Oh! Hindi lang sa labas ang laro nito. Pati sa loob, ang ganda ng reverse na yon from Joel Liu.
Ay, ibang klase talaga ang kumpiyansa niya ngayon. It's skyrocketing at this moment.
Jonicio fires and hits.
I think that's the guy that Gensan has been really looking for his confidence at to really get back on track. This is a nice pass galing kay Joel Liu.
These were the shots that Marvin Jonicio took when he was with Marikina. These were the shots that he took and he made. And right now, Gensan in control, 17-10, 3:47 remaining in the first. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And Marvin Jonicio had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists against Manila. That was a huge win para sa Gensan Warriors. So far, 5 points para kay Marvin on 2 of 2 shooting.
A nice way for him to get out of the slump that he's been in. Ito si Marvin Jonicio.
Jopet Soriano. Pinasok na dito in place of Warren Bonifacio. A foul on Joel Liu. Sa penalty na yung Gensan.
That's the reason why hindi pa makalayo ng masyado itong Gensan Warriors dahil sa dami ng mga fouls nila.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That increased confidence in his outside shooting has given him more leeway to attack the basket. Ito si Joel Liu. Which is something that he's already been doing so well beforehand.
6 of 7 para kay Cyrus Tabi at the line. And 7 of 8. Rios comes in for Tabi. Jasper Salenga has also entered the game. So Salenga, Rios, Barcuma, Soriano, and Sanko for Pasay. Gensan naman has Hiruta, Valacuña, Tonton Bringas, Marvin Jonicio, and Joel Liu. Bringas misses the jumper. Rebound is Soriano. Barcuma looks ahead. Gets the ball to Sanko. The handoff. Rios. Whistle a foul again.
2 free throws once again coming up para sa Pasay. This time para kay Jordan Rios. Pasay coming off variation of the horn setup where it was actually the other guy rolling to the basket and the screener setting up for a handoff on top instead of rolling to the ring.
Rios with his second free throw. Got that one to drop. 3 minutes remaining. Parehong kupunan, naka full court press, Javi.
Yeah, that's why both of these teams can't take their defenses lightly. They cannot be complacent when they have that basketball in their hands dahil talagang susubukan ng parehong kupunan to force turnovers on each other.
Salenga, too strong on the three. Val Acuña does not have the numbers. Balik muna kay Aaron Heruta. 2.5 minutes to play sa ating first quarter. Tonton Bringas up against Jopet Soriano. Bringas. Offensive rebound. Heruta. Three-pointer galing kay Val Acuña.
You just hate that if you're Pasay. Mark Sanko unable to come up with a defensive board. Napunta pa kay Aaron Heruta who delivered that pass to Val Acuña.
Marcuma unable to hit the three. The pass is too low and too far para kay Tonton Bringas. Turnover, Gensan.
Could have been an easy 2 points for the Warriors. Lucky break for the Voyagers. They have a chance to trim this lead down. It's just an 8-point deficit they're staring at.
Rios drives right. One-hander won't go. Marvin Junicio lost his balance. Turnover. Barcuma. Nandun agad si Heruta sa harap niya. Sanko puts the ball on the deck.
Oh, that's travel.
That's a travel from Sanko.
Could have gone for the shot already before that second half. He had the height advantage against Heruta. You know, Heruta, always a very physical defender no matter who he's guarding, forcing Sanko into that turnover.
(20-12). Lee Yu 0 for 1 so far. Soriano to Barcuma, the drop and the finish galing kay Jopet.
Both teams, you know, they're looking to run every time they have the opportunity to, whether it's a make or a miss, especially if it's coming from a turnover.
Junicio, the cross-court pass. Acuña. The jumper won't go. Rebound, Rios. Barcuma, top of the key. Sanko. Handoff. Rios, nasa gitna. Rios, nakawala. Layup won't go. Soriano with the offensive rebound. Soriano gets it back. Down the middle. Unable to finish.
You gotta appreciate the effort in getting those loose balls by Jopet Soriano, but just a little out of control on that shot attempt. He had some time to set it up.
Junicio. Blocked by Sanko. Recovered by Heruta. The kick out. Lee Yu. Got it.
Talaga naman.
50% so far. Rios.
Oh,
What a response from Rios. He had his hand up. Talking about Joel Lee Yu. Nice exchange there as we close out the first period, Avi.
Gensan was actually the ones who were responsible for burning the nets from the outside in that first quarter. They had 5 threes. Pasay actually only drained one. That was the one galing kay Jordan Rios. It's been a defensive battle between these two squads, really going back and forth, exchanging stops, but also battling to bleed for their points. And that's why we have a tight game at the end of the first quarter. Gensan only up by 6 points, 23-17.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City, where Joey Barcuma and the Pasay Voyagers are trying to protect home court. Start of a brand new week of MPBL action dito sa... And we have Nico Sorella coming in. Kasama niya na si Felix Apreco, Gama Evangelista, Ping Masaglang, and Nico Elorde completing the 5. Sanko uses the right hand. That won't work. May hawak. It's on Sorella. And Gensan 9 of 21 in that first quarter, 3 of 11. And three-point shooting has really been the calling card of the Warriors. They were 5 of 8 in the first period.
Yeah, they averaged 9.8 makes per game from the outside. That's number 3 in the league.
Salenga unable to hit, picked up by Barcuma. Rios from the corner, that's a 3. That won't go. Masaglang with the rebound, now with Sorella. Apreco. Back out to Ping. Now with Elorde. Binabantayan ni Barcuma. The pick from Gama. Elorde shakes off Barcuma and knocks down the jumper.
If Cyrus Tabi's been the man that has risen to the occasion time and time again for Pasay this season, Nico Elorde is that guy at the point guard spot for the Gensan Warriors. He has definitely upped his offensive game as well this year for the Warriors. Ito si Nico.
Jopet Soriano is whistled for the loose ball foul. Jair Chavez coming in. Felipe Marasigan is also checking in. Juan Bonifacio papasok na rin. So Salenga, Chavez, Marasigan, Soriano, and Bonifacio para sa Pasay.
Coach Marlon Martin still trying to find the right combination that can match up to the speed that Gensan is currently showing right now. While the Warriors, what they want to do here in the second quarter is to try and defend without fouling. They gave up way too many fouls in that first quarter, which enabled Pasay to stay in the game because of the many free throws that they attempted.
Gama Evangelista gets his first bucket of the game. Chavez, naghahanap ng mapapasahan, binigay kay Marasigan. Salenga now with Bonifacio. Getting some separation, but that's short. Masaglang turning on the Jets to Miguel muna. Jumper para kay Ping Masaglang. He's just too comfy dyan sa mid-range area na yan.
You're right. And if you're Pasay, you know, that's something that I'm sure you discussed in your game planning session before this one. You got to know the tendencies of the players you're guarding. And if you're going up against Ping Masaglang, you got to stop the basketball right before he steps into a shot within 15 to 18 feet.
And Masaglang in a rush again. Evangelista runs into Marasigan and a foul whistled on Marasigan.
You see how single-handedly he has changed the pace and the speed that Gensan is playing with. He has really affected their game in both sides of the floor. And it's been such a joy to watch, and I'm sure Coach Elvis is more than happy with what he's seeing coming from Ping Masaglang.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ng Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 30-17, this is now the biggest lead of the game. Two for two for Gama. 14-point advantage para sa Gensan. Pasay missing their leading scorer, Lawrence Paul Victoria. He is reportedly a few weeks away from full recovery. Chavez, corner three won't go. Masaglang looking for a friend. Nahanap si Felix. Back out to Elorde. Sorella. Evangelista providing the pick. Elorde. Nico. 5 seconds to work with. Elorde from way downtown. Flex. with the offensive rebound. Hindi niya nakita si Ping Masaglang sa kabila. 8 seconds to work with. Elorde to Sorella, wide open. In and out.
Oh,
Evangelista, still no go. Sorella traveled. Well, because Sorella obviously trying to find his timing. Kakabalik niya lang.
but Gensan and now out rebounding itong Pasay by 8 at this point. 19-11, 7 on the offensive glass para sa Warriors.
Chavez wants to go to Bonifacio. The kick out. Talsik si Jopet Soriano and the whistle going against Nicole Sorella.
This lead has ballooned to 14 right now para sa Gensan, and it's because of their gritty defense. It has been very tough for Pasay to find anything easy in this game.
Binalik na si Cal Tolentino, who hit a couple of three-pointers in the first period. Couple of team fouls apiece. CJ Gonzalez is also checking in the next dead wall. Bonifacio gets it to Chavez. Nasa gitna. Tabi finds Felipe Chavez. He'll attack and find Jopet Soriano. Ganda ng ball movement. Ganda rin ng movement without the ball.
Definitely a nice find there galing kay Felipe Chavez.
Nasaglang to Evangelista, who's provided some solid minutes here. He's got 6 points.
4 rebounds as well for the big man off the bench in this game.
Bonifacio unable to hit from the perimeter. But, check out this assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That's what Italians like to say, bellissimo.
Ganda. The defense has always been there for Gensan. Calling card talaga nila yan. Pero yung offense nila, yung flow ng takbo nila ngayon, ibang klase eh.
They are able to play with the speed they want. This is exactly what they were looking for from the start of the season. But I think nagkakaroon lang sila ng problema nung una dahil I think yung conditioning nila wala pa sa ayos. But right now at this point of the season, they may be peaking at the right time.
They go to CJ Gonzalez. Pasay able to stop all the cutters there for Gensan. Masaglang. Gama fires a 3. Could not hit. Rebound Masaglang again. Short on that jumper. Rebound secured. Juan Bonifacio.
That's a rare miss on an open look from mid-range galing kay Ping Masaglang. Pero nakita mo yung ikot ng bola, yung pasahan, and the way that they attack and draw the defense. Pasay is simply having a hard time keeping up right now.
Bonifacio with the fadeaway off the glass and in.
A nice shot right there, fall away off the back, but you gotta give a lot of credit to Evangelista, who's been making it tough for Warren Bonifacio in this game, banging bodies and using his length to prevent any decent attempts galing kay Warren.
Tolentino gets away. Little dipsy-do there galing kay Cal Tolentino.
Gliding and hanging to the score there para kay Kyle Tolentino.
14-point lead for Gensan. Chavez. They go back to Bonifacio again. They clear that side of the floor. Warren, nice fake. And Evangelista bit on the fake, and now Warren has 2 free throws.
And Bonifacio is trying to be a little bit more smart about it on the block against Evangelista.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 3:39 remaining in the first half. Gensan ahead, 35-21. Kyle Tolentino, 8 points so far on 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. And Kyle has been stellar in this rise of the Gensan Warriors after their early season struggles. And for more on him, let's go to Lyra Ponsalan.
Kyle Tolentino is stepping up big time tonight, staying true to his role and delivering steady minutes with confidence. Suot pa rin daw niya ang paborito niyang tights, his so-called lucky charm, which he believes helps him stay in rhythm. With Mark Cruz out, Kyle knows he has to be more present on both ends of the court. Basta trabahuhin lang yung role ko, kung makakatulong sa team, masaya na ako, he shared. Coming from a family deeply involved in Gensan staff, Kyle stays grounded and focused, proving to be a quiet force in Gensan's growing momentum. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Naira. And itong si Kyle Tolentino, of course, the son of Coach Elvis. But yung kinaganda dito talaga sa nangyayari kay Kyle is that he's really embraced that role. I think yung kung kailan nawala, briefly because of the elections, ito si Coach Elvis, parang nahanap ni Kyle ang sarili niya. And it's not a knock on Coach Elvis because I think he was still there guiding his son. Pero ang ganda lang na pagbalik ni Coach Elvis, ano na si Kyle parang buo na kumpiyansa ulit.
It really is in no secret that, when you're playing for your dad, there is certainly a lot of pressure. So maybe that time na wala si Coach Elvis sa mga games, talagang medyo nakaluwag siya, nakakuha siya ng kumpiyansa, and that loosened him up, preparing him for this stretch, which was very beneficial para sa kanya. And right now, he's playing very well, getting a lot of the shots that he's wanted at a very efficient rate as well. You can see the confidence is oozing for this young man.
And it used to be also, we see a lot of so-called bad misses from Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Yung hindi siya tumatama sa ring, yung tira niya. Ngayon parang even his shooting stroke has gotten better as Tabi again able to draw the foul on his drive.
Yeah, he's making smarter decisions and he's getting to the spots where he can really be successful in. And many people will maybe say that sometimes when it's a father and son combination, coach to player, people will say that he's getting off easy, but that's definitely not the case for Kyle under Coach Elvis. Coach Elvis has made him work for every minute and he's earned it.
Absolutely. Siyempre, nandun din si Ma'am Eileen, diba?
Oh.
Oy, Boss Egay Rubiano in the house. That's the first gentleman of Pasay City, the husband of Ma'am Emmy, Calixto Rubiano. Ma'am Lian is also here. Von Tambeling, pinasok na dito ni Coach Elvis. 2:20 remaining. That's a turnover for Gensan. Ball goes back to Pasay.
A little miscommunication on the spacing there dun sa press break ng Gensan.
Marcuma is back. Kasama niya si Bonifacio, Reverente, Coronel, and Tabi. Bonifacio against Larry Rodriguez. Drop step from Warren. Masyado malalim na. Acuna He will rise
Ooh!
and find Larry Rodriguez at the final moment. Nakakuha pa siya ng foul.
What an ability there by Val Acuna to be able to dart that pass underneath to Larry Rodriguez. Bonifacio wasn't looking. His attention was fully on Rodriguez. Nakatalikod siya dun sa bola.
And Brian Hilario has been inserted into the ball game by Coach Marlon. Napalitan ng tao dito. Masaglang also coming back in for Val Acuna.
These are the moments that Coach Marlon Martin is hoping that Brian Hilario could spark a rally para sa Pasay Voyagers. You know we've seen a lot of instances where Hilario has been that spark off the bench for Pasay.
Truly can get this crowd going.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a crowd favorite. A homegrown of Pasay, ito si Brian Hilario.
39-25, Barcuma. Through Hilario, the pride of Malibay. Hilario, Rodriguez got a piece of that. Coronel swiped. He gets it to Hilario. That's a three. No good.
Pagkahawak pa lang ng bola, talagang excited yung mga tao eh.
Tambeling lets it fly and puts it in.
Another guy who's benefited from this increased pace that Gensan has been playing with is Von Tambeling. He has found a spot in this rotation of Coach Elvis.
17-point lead for Gensan. Tambeling on to Marwin Junicio. Junicio to Tambeling, another three. That won't go this time. Everente, under a minute remaining. Coronel goes behind the back. Naiwan ng bola. Tambeling nakaagaw. Junicio tumasaglang, was looking at the rim before the ball came. And that's why it's a turnover. Pasay sues for time, down 14. No, 17 rather. With 29 seconds left in the half. That's our Gixter, fan of the game, born for greatness. Kaway Kaway. On this Monday evening. Grabe yung second chance scoring dito na Gensan. 13 and also a plus 12 in the rebounding department. And that has been the story of this ball game. And a steal by Tambeling. Picking the pocket of Reverente. Reverente with a counter steal. 13 seconds remaining. Tabi, the crossover. Coronel from the corner. That's a three. Para kay AJ Coronel. Tambeling has time. Oh! Muntik pa.
The score at the half, Pasay Voyagers 28.
The Gensan Warriors are able to control proceedings in the first half. They take a 42-28 lead at the end of two quarters.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story. And the best is yet to come.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way up and goes down again. Straight left hand for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he backs the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back to the MPBL. It is halftime of our main game between the Gensan Warriors and the Pasay Voyagers. I'm Lyra Punsalan at kasama po natin ngayong gabi ang team manager ng Gensan Warriors, Sir Merman Flores, and the team owner of the Pasay Voyagers, Sir Lavin Castro. Sir Merman, Gensan has been playing with calm confidence lately, peaking at the right time. How would you describe the energy of the team tonight?
They're playing together and they're playing good defense. Si Pasay kasi medyo ang lakas ng energy nila, so kailangan namin tapatan. So yeah, hopefully we get this win and go home happy.
Any greetings?
Yes, we would like to thank our sponsors, Sandman Boxing, Armor On, Jinky Skin, and Mount Sabina, at sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa Gensan. Sila Lorelie Pacquiao, Mayora Lorelie Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, sila Gov Ruel Pacquiao, at sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon dyan sa Taytay Rizal, si Merman Speed, sila Arky and company. Good evening sa inyo lahat. Shoutout nga pala sila Jawa Motovlog. They're in the house. Good evening sa inyo lahat.
Thank you so much, Sir Merman Flores of the Gensan Warriors. And now to my right, we have Sir Lavin, the team owner of the Pasay Voyagers. Sir Lavin, defending the home court is clearly the goal for tonight, but with the absence of Lawrence, medyo struggling sa first half. What's your message for the rest of the squad?
Good evening sa lahat ng nanonood ng MPBL, sa ating sumusuporta sa Liga. Medyo we're starting on a rough patch ngayon, yung first half namin. We're trying to catch a rhythm, but we believe in the system of Coach Marlon. So alam ko naman na lahat ng boys namin is we're in the same pace, so I know makakahabol kami in the second half.
Any greetings or message, of course, for the continuous support of the Pasay audience?
Yes, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Pasay Voyagers, sa lahat ng Pasayenyo dito, sa aming butihing mayor, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano, sa aming boss, Boss Egay Rubiano, sa aking mga partners, kay Lian Rubiano, Mickey Ligot, Raul Bacalso, sa wife ko, kay JD, and sa family ko. Laging ko kasama si Joakim, yung bunso ko, at saka si Jaden, yung pangalan ko nasa bahay. I also want to greet our sponsors, Expedia Management Investment, My Pet Space Pet Hotel, JVA Security and Investigation Agency, NCR Dental Clinic, the Second Floor Bar and Lounge, Capital Restaurant, Met Park, Sports Center, Teleathletics, and sa friends nila ni Nilo and Ade. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Sir Lavin Castro of the Pasay Voyagers. MPBL will be back.
Romel Franco and June Agculen. Come stable. Klaus Rivera, Romel Tronco, and June Agculin. Ito na ang pagkakataon yung manalo ng Suzuki Bergman Street. Just need to make a basket from the half-court line. Nandiyan ba? Klaus Rivera, Romel Tronco, and June Agculin. Wala pa rin, tatawag tayo ng iba. Alright, nandito na si Klaus at si Romel. How about June at Colin? Are you still there? June at Colin. Alright, punto muna tayo. As far as I remember, meron na tayong winners zone before dito sa Cuneta Astrodome ng Suzuki Happiness. Ngayon naman, against Suzuki Bergman Street. Kasi kaya maswerte, mananalo. You will be given one attempt. Unahin natin si Klaus Rivera, Imperial from Malibay, Pasay. Palaman tayo, palakpakan dyan! Come on! One attempt lang, Klaus Rivera. Galingan mo. Good luck. Ito na yung golden opportunity para manalo ng Suzuki Bergman Street. Klaus Rivera. Let's fly! Louis! Medyo nabitin. Thank you for joining, Klaus. Next up na naman sa Caloocan City si Romel Tronco. Alright, Romel, lakas na konti. Lakas natin. Let's make a basket on the half-court line para manalo ng Suzuki Bergman Street. Whenever you're ready, Romel Tronco. Uy, lumabas naman. Thank you for joining, Mel. Last but not the least, wala naman sa Isabela si June at Colin. Ito yung pa, pinagalingan ni June. Pinagalingan mo, June. June at Colin, mula sa Isabela. Ito na si June at Colin, Hinagis. Alright, thank you. Kailangan ng Suzuki half-court shot challenge. The official motorcycle partner of the MPBL. Stick around for the second half. Between the Gensan Warriors and your Pasay Voyagers.
42-28 ang ating halftime score dito. Lamang ang Gensan against Pasay dito sa Astrodome. And good start para sa Gensan Warriors. Actually, this game was played in a frenetic pace in the first half. And kitang-kita dito na Gensan looking the sharper team between these two na naglalaban ngayon, Javi.
The pace has definitely benefited the Warriors more sa laro na to. It's been a defensive masterclass, active hands, and really getting to the ball. Those loose balls have been something that Gensan has collected more compared to Pasay in this game. And they also have been able to get to their outside shots a lot more while also dominating the glass, getting second chance opportunities while also dishing out 11 assists.
Nakita-kita natin na lumitaw itong offensive prowess, the likes of Kyle Tolentino, Gama Evangelista even contributing, Joel Liu, Marvin Janicio. Pretty much a collective effort para dito sa Warriors, and in a manner of that they've been executing, Javi, is something that we've admired in the first half.
Yeah, tama ka dyan. Wala nagkakanya-kanya. They're really sticking to the system and they're not veering away from anything that Coach Elvis Tolentino has planned for this game. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Pasay has had a difficult time really trying to puncture the defense of Gensan sa laro na to. Warren Bonifacio has yet to get it going in this game, while Cyrus Tabi has had most of his points from the free throw line sa laro na to. But the second half is somewhere where Pasay has thrived in some games this season. So let's see how the Voyagers can respond to this lead that they're staring at right now.
Third quarter underway dito sa Astrodome. A steal by Sanko on Marvin Janicio. Here comes Cyrus Tabi. Strong finish. Galing kay Cyrus Tabi. He's got 11 in the game. Deficit is still at 12 points. Janicio. Elorde to Val Acuna. That's a three, and that's short. Oh, Tolentino lets it slip.
Now this is where Gensan has to be wary about itong Pasay forcing turnovers on them.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on the Go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Dahil sa nakikita natin ngayon, Pasay is turning up that defensive pressure up a notch here at the start of the third quarter.
Bonifacio gets it to Tabi. An offensive foul on Juan Bonifacio.
Multiple guys have been changing turns in guarding Warren Bonifacio in this game. Earlier, Game Evangelista did a wonderful job. Ngayon naman, Tonton Bringas forcing a turnover.
It's actually Nico Elorde na tumama dun sa illegal pick. Tolentino gets it to Marvin Janicio. Acuna. Kyle lets it fly. No, Elorde rushed the follow-up. Janicio down low. Another crack. But naagaw ni Cyrus Tabi, and Cyrus gets it to Dan Sara high off the glass. No good. And Tabi is limping. Elorde using the left hand. No go. Tolentino is fouled.
I thought Sara should have gone strong to the basket instead of fading away on that shot. That gave way for Gensan to push the ball on their side of the floor, giving Tolentino this opportunity to score.
And they can feel that sayang yun for Pasay. They have a couple of opportunities here na maibaba ang lamang to start the third quarter. Kyle Tolentino, 10 points and 5 boards. His average.
But Pasay should stay strong and not be disheartened by those wasted opportunities. They're finally able to force some errors on Gensan here at the start of the third.
2 for 2 for Kyle, 44-30. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Maraming salamat, LGR.
Jumper from Dan Sara. They come up empty. Pasay in that possession. Kyle to Val. Back to Kyle. Nandun si Dan Sara sa harap niya. Nico ngayon. Nandun si Cyrus sa tapat niya. Tonton. Nice. Oh. Too tight though.
Nakita mo yung bilis ng ikot ng bola. Almost just a few seconds on their hands at tapos papasa na agad yung bola.
And Damian Lasco has been sent in for Dan Sara. And this is one guy na hindi pa talaga nahanap ang kanyang rhythm dito for the Voyagers. When he was with Caloocan, he can put points on the board quickly.
Coach Marlon Martin is hoping that in this instance he could be that guy to spark a rally here for Pasay. He tried that with Brian Hilario in the second quarter. Didn't happen, but Lasco definitely a capable scorer. Just has to find his footing here.
Holding foul on number 41, CJ Gonzalez.
First team foul para sa Gensan. Second personal on CJ. Baseline inbound para kay Cyrus Tabi. Damian Lasco with the jumper. The tap ends up with Lasco. Now out to Tabi. Binabantay ni Ilorde. Tabi stops at the free throw line. In and out on the jumper as well. And the ball will remain with the Voyagers.
That's only Tabi's second attempt from the field in this game, surprisingly.
Mark Cruz may have re-injured himself in the last game. So pahinga muna siya. Sanko. No good on the three. A foul away from the ball on Ilorde.
And that's what's scary about this Gensan team. They're already playing this way without Mark Cruz. He came back in the last game, was able to put up 9 threes. And yet here, wala siya. They continue to maintain that rhythm.
Ilorde gets a breather. Hiruta is back in the game.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
Lasco to inbound. Tabi. Cyrus turns on the Jets. Iniwan ng bantay. Tip in, no go. Soriano is stripped and a foul. That's on CJ Gonzalez.
Oh boy, bailout call there para sa Pasay. It really has been a very unlucky day for them from the field in this game. They're shooting only 8 out of 37 from the field.
Referee Carase actually made that call. A foul on Gonzalez, and we will be right back for the result of this challenge.
The challenge made by Gensan is unsuccessful. Foul on CJ Gonzalez. That's his third foul.
It's an unsuccessful challenge. The whistle going against CJ Gonzalez here.
There may be some contact there on the body downstairs.
Jopet Soriano nonetheless. Meron siyang dalawang free throws dito. And he gets the roll on the first.
These are one of the things that are keeping Pasay in this game. The free throw attempts of the Voyagers. 13 out of 17.
No good on the second. Nakuha ni Tonton Bringas ang rebound. Aaron. Now with Kyle. Nabatay ni Damian Lasco. Kyle to Hiruta for 3. That won't go. Tabi with the rebound. Hiruta. Ooh.
That's hard crash to the side for Aaron Hiruta.
Electric pan. Ang industrial pa ng natamaan ni Aaron Hiruta.
19 seconds to shoot.
And AJ Coronel, that slight nudge. Kaya tumansik si Aaron Hiruta. Tabi. Lasco gets a free lane. Layup is good.
Excellent seal screen set by Jopet Soriano, but also give credit to the pass by Cyrus Tabi.
Now they're forcing turnovers here in the third, Javi. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
The Gensan's turnover count now up to 14. Pasay hoping to get Gensan into more errors here in the third to try and shore up this advantage.
That's 4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of the third rather, sorry.
Over 7, Ryan Tolentino's first. And that is the 14
Damian Lasco. Unti-unti nakukuha yung kanyang timing tsaka kumpiyansa dito, Javi. Ngayon, nasa linya na naman siya.
Sometimes all it takes for a team that's struggling offensively is one guy that the opposing team might not have prepared as much for. And, Damian Lasco has been in and out of the main rotation this season. And probably Gensan didn't really devise a game plan as cohesive as the other guys.
Damian Lasco could not convert the first. Boss Egay Rubiano there. Ma'am Lian Rubiano in pink. Boss Egay in red. Good evening po kay Ma'am Emmy. Mayor Emmy. Next to Rubiano. Sanko. Gensan in the penalty, Javi.
Still a lot of time remaining here in the third. That's been their problem also. Nung ating first quarter, they were over the limit na maaga dun sa ating opening quarter. And Pasay somehow took advantage of that. Cyrus Tabi actually had 6 free throws in that first quarter alone.
And Sanko at the line. Free throw does not work.
Surprisingly, they're struggling from the line here in today's game after they went 16 out of 17 in their last win.
0 for 2. Larry Rodriguez secures the rebound.
Well, they missed the opportunity on 4 free throws. That's 4 straight misses from the line para sa Pasay.
Liu surveys his options. Binigay kay Kia Larry. Liu gets it back. 9 seconds to work with. Liu out to Hiruta. Rodriguez off to the right. Tabi with the rebound. Gets it to Sanko. Corner 3. Damian Lasco, that's short. Sanko, the putback.
Just at the right place at the right time. Definitely a much needed basket para sa Pasay, and the crowd getting into it after that make by Mark Sanko. Maybe that's what Pasay really needs right now to draw some energy from their 6th man here at the Pasay Astrodome. Short on that shot, Sanko putting it back in.
They've been a little anxious ang crowd dito. Liu puts the ball on the deck, finds Aaron. He gets it back. Liu for 3. No. Soriano. Tabi. Lasco. Liu with a block. And a foul on Joel Liu.
He really went for it. He was going full steam ahead. Ito si Joel Liu, and Lasco somehow slowing down. That looked like it was all ball.
May have gotten a piece of the hand. A little bit.
A little. Velasquez got to make these 2 free throws.
Lasco has been an outlet offensively for the Voyagers. They are within 8. Gensan has only scored 2 points in this quarter compared to the 8 of Pasay. Split at the line. Rodriguez, dire-derecho. Kuya Larry Rodriguez makes it a double-digit lead again para dito sa Gensan.
Bumuka yung depensa doon ng Pasay, allowing Rodriguez that free lane going middle.
Lasco, the drop-off, and Soriano puts it in. And this is the scary thing though, because the Voyagers now finding their rhythm offensively. Sunod-sunod na possession na nakakashoot sila, Happy.
And as long as they've been doing it, you know, this Pasay crowd slowly getting into it as well. And you'd hate to go up against a raucous crowd here inside the Pasay Astrodome if you're Gensan.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Eh, syempre, mas nakakapagod pag humahabol ka dito. So Coach Marlon Martin bringing some backup off the bench here in Jordan Rios and Don Reverente for Sanko and Lasco, who did a wonderful job of trying to chip away at the lead.
Liu, Elorde drives middle. Tough shot. What a finish. Galing kay Nico Elorde. He's really a master at absorbing contact and has that soft touch to guide this basketball into the hoop.
He has definitely elevated his offensive game this year. Elorde averaging 11 points per game this season para si Gensan, the 3rd leading scorer of the Warriors.
Let's check in with Lyra Punsala.
Nico Elorde is stepping up in a big way tonight, not just with his game but with his voice. With Mark Cruz currently out and resting, Nico knows it's his turn to take charge and bring in that veteran leadership. Galing sa sunod-sunod na panalo, dala niya daw ang optimism na yan sa laban ngayon. Gusto namin ng strong start, he said, admitting that slow starts have cost them in previous matchups. That's why he's extra focused on setting the tone early, making sure everyone is locked in from the get-go. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. That's Mitch right there and their daughter, Nico. Really one of those guys na inaasahan at pinagkakatiwalaan ni Coach Elvis in running this team dun sa loob ng court. Marwin will fire away. A lot of grabbing. The whistle going against the Voyagers.
Actually, if my memory serves me right, Nico was also part of that Gensan team that was handled by Coach Marlon a few seasons ago.
Yeah? That's when he started playing for Gensan.
Yeah, I think that was his first season with the Warriors. And they still had, I remember Jerry Pingoy was also part of that team.
50-38, perfect at the line itong Gensan. Pasay shot the ball poorly. 14 of 24. Medyo late na kasi, Javi eh.
Sinusumpong na. Baka may pasok pa bukas yung mga yan.
Naantok na. Binagsak kay Don Reverente. Well defended by Marwin. Liu to Ping. Back to Joel. Inside they go. Rodriguez loses the handle. He gets it back. Fadeaway won't go. Last touch to Don Reverente.
Each time there is an opportunity to get to the basketball, you see more than one guy coming at it from Gensan.
They just can't catch a break. Itong Voyagers. Ilorde up against Chavez. Nico step through, no. Rios with the rebound. J.R. Chavez on the move. Look at the contact between Reverente and Junicio. And Chavez, though, would have none of that. As he drops the three, he's got 5 points. Balik kay Larry Rodriguez sa gitna. They go down low. Ilorde. That's a smart player, Nico Ilorde.
Solid screen set by Reverente. Ilorde went under Chavez, making him pay for that ploy, knocking it down for three. That's only their third three in this game.
51-41, 3.5 minutes remaining. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Third quarter action dito. The Warriors ahead by 11 against the Voyagers. Second free throw coming up para kay Nico Ilorde. Still perfect at the line. And he converts. 12-point game. Reverente. The kick out to Sanko. Now Salenga. Jasper knocks it down.
Oh, this guy hasn't been a factor in this game until now. First 3 points of the game para kay Jasper Salenga.
Nico Ilorde. Looking for a teammate. Marwin. Masaglang. Unable to hit. Rios with the rebound. J.R. Chavez. Mamadali. Masaglang is right in front of him. Rios swings it over to Sanko. Chavez gets it back. J.R. pulls up. No. Rios, the offensive rebound. No go. Fight for the ball. The tap. It's with Salenga. It's a three. No. Reverente inside. That's Chavez. They go back to Salenga. 8 seconds in the shot clock. Sanko. Back to JR. Sanko will fire. That's short. A wrestling match.
Yeah, it's a gladiator fight inside.
Wrestling matches in different areas of the floor.
They're really going at it. You appreciate the effort being given by these players, fighting tooth and nail for every rebound. That possession, credit Reverente and Jordan Rios for trying to keep it alive for Pasay. Just really couldn't buy a consistent stretch of baskets itong Voyagers. You get one to go, but then you couldn't find a consistent run that could really try and chop down this lead significantly.
There are just some games. It looks like it's going to be Rios who will take the free throws. Alam mo yung ano, they're trying to put together a run and then, you know, something unfortunate happens and the run does not continue. And now you're chasing the game again, trying to build momentum. That has been the case dito sa Pasay. They have not really built enough momentum para maka-catch up dito. But if they go down, if they chop this lead down to probably 5 or 4 before the end of the third quarter, that's definitely momentum on their side going into the final period.
Yeah, you're right, Sadelf. And, you know, I'm sure Pasay will not be contented with saying that what's happening to them are just breaks of the game. You know, I think Coach Marlon's team, they're just too good for that. And they're just trying to put on the energy and the effort as much as they can because they know that if they do things right, it will eventually fall para sa kanila. But Gensan is also just unforgiving here, trying to match everything that Pasay is putting on in this game.
Rios fires a three. It's off.
2 minutes.
I've yet to see Juan Bonifacio here in the third. Lee Yu wants to work with Janicio. There's a switch here. Marwin fires. Air ball. Look at Barkuma and Nico Ilorde battling it out. This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness. Janicio. Ganda ng take-off doon.
Naunahan niya dun si Mark Sanko. That's why Sanko could not get to the shot.
And Liu gets a breather. Bumalik na si Von Tambeling. Barkuma, Chavez, Sanko, Reverente, and Salenga ang lima for Pasay. Ilorde, Tambeling, Junicio, Apreco, and Tolentino para naman sa Warriors. 10 seconds to work with. Barkuma. Jasper, a three. No. Chavez with a rebound. That was big time, galing kay J.R. Chavez.
And with a lot of contact as well. He was looking for a foul.
Chavez, nakabuelo. Tinamaan. 2 free throws coming up para kay J.R. Chavez.
It's just been that kind of night para sa Pasay. Even on the free throw line, it hasn't been a good shooting night para sa kanila after only missing 1 free throw out of 17 attempts in their last game. They have missed 10 sa laro na to, while Gensan has gone perfect from the charity stripe, 11 out of 11. But the crowd here really trying their best to egg their squad on. This is very manageable. Still a full quarter left to play. There you see management team behind Coach Marlon Martin.
Stay perfect at the line, and Gensan now 18 of 28 for Pasay.
Coach Marlon now opting to go taller here. Maybe possibly for the last minute of this third period.
Tolentino in trouble. They get it across. Junicio. Bartuma trying to deny Ilorde. Both teams already over the limit. Under a minute to go. Ilorde drives, wild shot, rebound, Reverente. Another stop for Pasay. A chance to edge closer here. Probably pull to within 5 or within 4 with a 3-pointer. Salenga bothered by Tambeling, and
Yeah, he was too close.
right in the cylinder. Tinamaan si Von Tambeling. But
Players on the court, this is staying in front of their respective benches.
does he have a case for an unsportsmanlike foul? Mas masyado siyang malapit eh.
Yeah, definitely a defensive foul. You know, Salenga was just trying to make space for himself. Tambeling didn't allow him to move freely. This is such a good crowd for a rainy Monday night. Huh?
Jasper Salenga, no relation to Pat Salenga.
Oh man.
Dalawa na nagkakamali dyan eh. Si Christian Nuanzo at si Coach Mike.
Jasper hasn't really been able to create an impact in this game. He's missed a couple of three-point shots here in the third after making one. Both were actually open looks.
Shooting 2, Jasper Salenga.
Jasper Salenga at the line. gets the first free throw to drop. And 55 to 49. Seconds remaining. 2 for 2. 55 to 50. Here we go. I've reached that 5-point mark, Javi. Kanina pa nila hinahabol yan eh. Tambeling for 3. No. And there's a loose ball foul. How every possession is fought for.
It's crazy the intensity that these players are playing with right now. Both sides, wala talagang bumibigay dito. They're giving it their all. They're leaving it on the floor. And yeah, we talked about it at the start of this game, how low scoring this game would be. It has certainly happened.
Flex Preco could not hit on the first. That is the first miss of Gensan at the line.
Preco has not yet scored in this game.
Tabi and Rios and Chavez are coming in sa next dead ball. Rebound, nakuha ni Reverente. 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Pasay trying to make it a one-possession game. Barkuma will attack. The kick out. Jasper, a 3. Got it! Got it! A three-pointer to close out the third. A big run for the Pasay Voyagers. What a pass here from Barkuma. Nakatalikod si Tambeling, and the shot galing kay Salenga.
It just takes one shot to rile up this crowd here inside the Pasay Astrodome. Everybody up in arms after that booming three-pointer by Jasper Salenga. And after moments in a long lull of atrocity here para sa Pasay, they have come back to trim this lead to 2.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Ciplas, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate their hydration. It took a while, but the Pasay Voyagers have finally clawed their way back dito sa laro natin. It's just a 2-point lead for Gensan as we go into the fourth and final quarter. Fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We're just about ready to start the fourth and final quarter. Just so difficult to put away Pasay here sa kanilang bahay because they just seem to find a way to makakabalik sa mga laro dito.
Yeah, and they really want to protect home court as much as possible because they've already lost 3 games here, and you usually don't see the Voyagers lose a game here. Magmula last season, this is a venue that's been very sacred para sa kanila, and the Voyagers just want to protect the sanctity of their home court today.
Nico Ilorde. Marvin Junicio, 10 points in the game. That was a ibang klase kumpiyansa na yun. Salenga.
That's the first 3 of the second half for Gensan, that 3-point shot by Junicio. Pasay doing a good job of preventing a 3-pointer by Gensan in the third.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. And Salenga is back at the line.
Yeah, he's getting his confidence back in this game after being scoreless for the most part.
Anytime you have a player like Jasper Salenga who, kahit minsan, hindi kanya bibigyan masyado ng puntos pero yung intensity niya hindi nagbabago, Javi.
Tama ka dyan, and that's why Coach Marlon loves to have him on the floor. Despite him not being able to score.
10 points na para kay Jasper. Let's go to Lyra.
Jasper Salenga is gearing up to fill the gap left by Lawrence Victoria by ramping up his aggression on drives to the basket. As one of the team's main playmakers, he's taken it upon himself to push harder into the paint and create more scoring opportunities for both himself and his teammates. Kailangan ko talagang mas maging agresibo sa drives, he shared. With every game, Jasper is focusing on reading defenses early, attacking the rim with confidence, and distributing smartly. Back to you guys.
We're talking about distributing smartly. That wasn't the way to go for Pasay.
Definitely not the smartest of passes there, galing kay AJ Coronel. You could really feel the nerves crawling up of these players. It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. Not really a lot of time for mistakes.
This game has some playoff vibes actually, Javi, competing on.
You're right, yeah. Although this might be the only time that these two teams will face each other, apart from the fact reaching the national championship, if they actually do.
But at least we're being treated to a really nice evening of basketball. 8.5 minutes to go. 3-point game. Kuya Larry fires a short rebound. Nakuha ni Coronel. Cyrus looks ahead, waits, and now is defended by Hiruta. Tabi, Sanko, Jasper, 3, short. Jasper picked up by Masaglang, Ping. Don Reverente acknowledges the foul, pero a sportsman-like foul ang nasenyas dito. Tinamaan si Aaron Hiruta sa likod ng kanyang ulo.
And that happened all too fast there. Masaglang was pushing it, and then the other guys came running back down as well. Watch the middle of your screens. Oh, there was an elbow to the neck.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. And that's not very good for Pasay at this moment. You're trying to get back into this game. Only a 3-point lead. I've said this many times. A foul like this could definitely shift all of the momentum back to Gensan.
8 minutes and 11 seconds.
The one review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 13, Don Reverente, for excessive hard contact. First foul on Don Reverente.
That's an automatic 2 free throws para kay Aaron Hiruta, plus ball possession for Gensan. Chance to extend this lead.
2 free throws, Aaron
Possibly
Hiruta,
to 8 points.
Oo, may ball possession pa, and that's the first one para kay Aaron Hiruta. Two for two para kay Aaron.
And AJ Coronel.
Warren Bonifacio set a good portion of that third quarter. Coach Marlon trying to match up with the speed of Gensan, but right now he's got to bring in his main big man to try and get back into the rhythm of things here in the fourth.
Hiruta with a fadeaway that's not gonna drop, and this is a well-rested Warren Bonifacio, and let's see if he can make an impact here. Tabi up against Masaglang. They go down low. Warren puts it in, plus the foul.
That's That's exactly the way you do it. You go to him right away, and you do it with him near the basket. Sealing in the middle. Nice pass coming from Jopin Soriano. And one para kay Warriors.
That's the assist of the game. Brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bonifacio trying to complete a three-point play. And it's down to 2 once again. The lead of Gensan.
CJ Gonzalez.
60-58. Larry Rodriguez up against Bonifacio. Marwin fires a three. Off the mark. Rebound. Chavez. Chavez. Travel.
Some people would say that's part of the gather, but our baseline referee saying otherwise.
Masaglang on to Hiruta. Nasa taas. Janisha ready to provide a pick. Hiruta drives right. Larry Rodriguez stripped, recovers. Janisha gets it back. Larry. And that's an air ball.
This is the closest that Pasay has been to Gensan in a long while in this game. So Coach Elvis Tolentino trying to send back in Joel Liu and Nico Elorde.
Two-point game here. Chavez. Taking their time. Tabi binabatayan ni Liu now with Salenga. Back to Cyrus. Jasper. Jasper drives. Bonifacio launches. That high arcing jumper won't go. Janisho. Shot clock down to 12. Elorde on the right wing. Elorde drives middle. Chavez is there and he comes up with the defensive stop. No call on that.
A kind of a forced shot galing kay Nico Elorde. He was trying to draw the contact but no whistle blown.
Soriano could not tie the game. Salenga gets it to Tabi. Umatras si Cyrus. Chavez fires short. Rebound, Larry Rodriguez ahead to Kyle Tolentino. The crowd really very anxious. Parang napagod din sila kaka-cheer eh. Here comes Elorde, left-handed scoop. He gets the bounce.
He recognized the mismatch, had Warren Bonifacio on him. Easily got the step on the big man.
Four-point game. 62-58.
Ooh. That might be a wet spot there.
Yeah. A foot race. And it's last touch on Chavez. Saxiliu. Tabi is also down on the floor.
Quite the bad fall galing kay Cyrus Tabi. Looks to be okay.
He's tough.
Yeah. Tough as the mga talagang mga moments na
Nadulas siya, oh.
you wish na sana what if hindi siya nadulas.
No, that's last touch on Liu.
Yeah, clearly.
That's last touch on Joel Liu. This will be Pasay ball. 5 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. And we will take a break for now.
The challenge made by Pasay is successful. Pasay
So it's a successful challenge. Nakita namin ng replay. Nauna kami.
Very clear. Look at that. Liu and Chavez going at it there off the right hand of Joel Liu.
And Tabi looks okay. So good news for the Voyagers. 4-point lead for Gensan, pero bola ng Pasay. Chavez up against Nico Elorde. JR Bonifacio ngayon. That's a foul on Marwin Junicio.
holding foul on number 12, Marvin Junicio is second, 13 foul.
Pangatlo na yan. On Gensan, second on Marwin. Baseline inbound for Pasay.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
Tabi up against Liu. Cyrus. Chavez from the corner. Short. Elorde grabs the long rebound. He'll pull back and wait for Liu. Kyle is open. A three. Got it. Kyle Tolentino with some big-time baskets in this ball game. He's got 15. And it's a 7-point Gensan lead.
All that happened because of Nico Elorde's decision to pull it back and not force the fast break attack para sa Gensan.
And these are the type of decisions, very understated. And this is the type of decisions that won't reflect the stat sheet at all, Javi.
You're right, but because of that, it reflected something on the stat sheet. Those 3 points extending this lead for Gensan.
It won't reflect on Nico Elorde's stat sheet.
Yeah.
Pero again, decisions like that could, spell the difference in a tight game like this. 4:20 remaining. Gensan up by 7. Timeout ang Pasay. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We are back inside the Pasay Astrodome. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes in the middle. Emer Oreta, our head of operations, on the right. On the left, Rudy Distrito, our head of security. The man in the red polo is Boss Egay Rubiano.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Inside they go. Nabitawan ni Jopet Soriano. And that's coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, it could have been a good play. You could see that Soriano was actually momentarily open, just could not handle the pass. That's another turnover for Pasay, a crucial one here. That's 17 in the game for the Voyagers.
Bring us unable to connect. Chavez steps into this three-pointer. JR Chavez is pumped up.
Yeah, despite the flurry of misses that he's had in his last few attempts, still not short of confidence going for that three-point shot top of the key. This is just a 4-point lead.
3.5 minutes left. Jonicio. Elorde. Binabantayan ni Chavez. Bring us with the pick. There's a switch here. Elorde attacks. A master at work. That's Nico Elorde on the ball screen.
Yeah, he's just so used to using the angles against his defender, but this was the 3-point shot. Well challenged by Jonicio, but Chavez still able to drain it. Kaya lang sa kabila naman, Elorde taking matters into his own hands, finding that sliver of space on that left side, drawing the foul.
Well, it's sometimes, you know, yung laro ni Nico Elorde, alam natin that it's not, you know, hindi mo siya ma-appreciate kasi he doesn't come up with the highlight plays. You know, he ends up with 13, 14 points in the game, but 8 of them were coming from the free throw line. He's got a couple of field goals, maybe a 3-pointer. But pagtingin mo, it's a win for Gensan.
And that for him is what's most important. You know,
he got whacked there. Felipe Chavez.
But going back to Nico Elorde, you know, he doesn't mind to do the dirty work on court. He's just contented to doing everything for the success of the team, whether it's going for those loose balls, going for those steals, forcing turnovers, making the tough decisions. That's Nico Elorde for you.
Chavez nails the first free throw, finished with 16 against Davao. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, one of the guys who really kept Davao at bay in that game.
2 for 2 for JR Chavez. 12 puntos na. Lee Yu able to collect the inbound. Tonton Bringas now with Nico Elorde. Kyle Colentino. Jonicio back to Elorde. 8 seconds to work with. Nico. Blocked by Tabi. Salenga is ahead of the pack. Salenga will finish. It's back to 2. The lead of Gensan. 12 puntos na rin para kay Jasper Salenga, matching the output of JR Chavez.
3 guys now in double figures for Pasay, and those 3 guys really struggled here in this game. Still able to get their numbers.
Tolentino misses. Bringas underneath. He puts it back in.
That's tough work. Boxing out Warren Bonifacio for that offensive board.
Chavez in the lane. Salenga, that's a tough fadeaway. Sumabit si Kyle. 2 free throws coming up para kay Jasper. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioner.
2 dogs just going at it. Cyrus Tabi and Nico Elorde battling it out. But that time it was Tabi who won that matchup, getting the block on Elorde and getting that forward pass to Jasper Salenga for the score. Ooh. These missed free throws are definitely going to haunt Pasay after this game. Now 25 out of 36.
So 1 for 2.
Larry Rodriguez coming in for Tonton Bringas.
Elorde, tumasaglang layup. Another great pass galing kay Nico Elorde.
Pushing foul on number 12, J.R. Chavez is
If Marin Taiwan was
that is the 14th
the
foul
engine
on
that
Pasay
keeps this
Voyagers.
Abra machine going, right now it's Elorde para sa Gensan.
Split as well. And Gensan already over the limit. Final 2 minutes here at the Astrodome. Still a close game. Bonifacio. The runner is in para kay Warren Bonifacio.
Only his 7th point of the game, but it came at a very crucial moment, cutting this Gensan lead to just a basket.
Larry Rodriguez. Kyle fires. Got it! A cold-blooded three from Kyle Tolentino, giving Gensan the separation of 5 points. A minute and 33 remaining.
See here, this was Bonifacio getting the pass outside from Tabi. Runner in the lane, high arcing shot. Good para kay Warren Bonifacio. Pero tingnan mo dito, the fact that Salenga was caught in that screen, nahuli siya doon sa pag-challenge. At Tolentino, knowing that, rose up quickly for the shot, draining it, making this a 5-point lead, 73-68.
Coach Elvis and the Gensan Warriors, they face the Parañaque Patriots on July 10. July 16 is a showdown with Marikina, and July 24 is a game against Pasay City. These are games na they will be favored, Javi.
Oh yeah, highly favored, especially with the way that they've been playing these past 4 games.
Intis ang tira ni Tabi. Nasaglang with the rebound, and Nico Elorde gets it to Marwin Janicio. Elorde. Larry, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Kyle is trapped. Kyle. Shot clock expires on the Warriors. O bola ng Voyagers. Chavez, 15 on the shot clock, 50 seconds on the game clock. JR could not convert.
Forced basket right there. That was a must-score situation para sa Pasay.
One more basket could seal the deal here for Gensan. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tolentino with the rock. 5 seconds. Nico will attack. Layup is good. And that's night-night. Nico Elorde coming up big once again for the Warriors.
And look at the trust here by the young stud, Kyle Tolentino, giving it up to his veteran, and Elorde once again leaving Tabi on that handoff, getting to the basket, attacking its scoring. 15 points in the game para kay Nico Elorde. 4 rebounds plus 2 assists and a lot of hustle plays in this game. The lead is 7 for the Warriors.
Nico Elorde, perfect at the line. 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals, and a lot of good decisions para dito sa Warriors in this ballgame.
He definitely held the fort in tough times here para sa Gensan. Made sure that Pasay was held at bay most of the time. Just the Voyagers just couldn't get it past that 2-point deficit. Never got the lead. And the Warriors, their pace, their defense was just crazy in this game. Voyagers were caught in a very unlucky night as well from the field, only shooting 28% in this game, 18 out of 63.
That's a tough one to take. The only 7 field goals as well sa first half. And they were not, they were also struggling from the free throw line. That will stay with Pasay.
And that's very painful para sa Pasay, considering how well they've been performing from the line these past few games. In close games like this, missed free throws, especially if it's more than 5, will really haunt you kung ganito lang yung naging deficit ng talo nyo.
3 on the shot clock. 3 seconds.
3 on the shot clock para dito sa Voyagers. 15 on the game clock. Chavez, fadeaway 3, got it!
Timeout, Gensan Warriors.
They're not out of it yet. The Voyagers, 75-71. Tabi gets it to Chavez. That's a tough look, Avi.
Yeah, and despite the many misses that he's had from 3 in this game, he just continues to shoot it and shoot it. Ito si J.R. Chavez, 15 points in the game.
Yun naman ang direksyon ng tactical niya. Pagka dito yung tao na to, Johnny, kunin mo na mabilis. Pero pagka nandito siya, bilay tayo ng screen. Yun naman kung saan ka tatagap dito. Pag wala, lari. Baka biglang double na sila, ha? Masag lang.
Johnny, release ng bola. Try to intercept. If wala, you can foul. Nakuha? Okay? Nakuha?
Gensan with 1 timeout remaining. Pasay does not have a timeout left. Elorde is fouled. He will go to the line for 2 free throws. Only a second taken off. Chavez fouls out of the game with 15 points. Nari Rodriguez will stay in the game. And just incredible how Gensan has been playing in these last few weeks. You gotta admire what Coach Elvis and his crew have been doing in the South Division. They were around, nandun sila sa number 6, number 7 a few weeks back.
Yeah, they were near the bottom of that South Division. But I think it was just really a matter of getting their conditioning at par with the standard of the style to which Coach Elvis wanted this team to play with. And when they eventually got it, that rhythm just started flowing for them on both sides of the floor. And nakikita mo, even if Pasay has been exerting effort in trying to beat them to the basket or beat them to the ball, laging nauuna pa rin yung Gensan. That's just a testament to how hard they've been working and how hard they've been wanting every possession in each game thus far.
Tolentino. 2 free throws para kay Kyle.
2 free throws, Kyle.
After that conversion from Don Reverente. This home court of Pasay, it was a fortress last season. The teams had a tough time beating Pasay here. Even Quezon had a 16-game winning streak that was snapped in this building. But it's been a different story ngayong season. Salenga puts up a 3. That will do it. The Gensan Warriors staying strong down the stretch. Relying on Nico Elorde's poise and that big shot galing kay Kyle Tolentino to gain some separation against the Pasay Voyagers, who fought extremely hard even though they were struggling heavy. But nonetheless, our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Kyle Tolentino came up with the big shots here.
Yeah, definitely big baskets down the stretch. And we've talked about how much he's improved in these past games. His maturity has definitely increased. He's making smarter decisions with the basketball and he's taking smarter shots as well. But gotta give a lot of credit to the other guys. It's a total team effort for Gensan in this game. 6-point lead with this win.
And Lyra Punsalan is with Kyle.
Kyle, your decision-making was on point in this matchup. What was going through your head? At anong masasabi mo sa collective effort nyo na nag-transpire ngayong gabi?
Lumabas siguro yung pinapractice namin kasi yung these past few practices talaga, kahit sinong kalaban namin, tinitake talaga namin na maayos yung practice namin. Sobrang collective effort. From the last man on the bench hanggang sa starting 5, talagang nagpo-produce sa amin. And thankful din kami sa culture na sinet sa amin ng coaches namin. And ayun, sana magtuloy-tuloy pa sa mga susunod na games.
Speaking of tuloy-tuloy, at 5-game winning streak, you guys are on a roll. Ano sa tingin mo ang biggest factor ng tuloy-tuloy na panalo ninyo?
Yung teamwork talaga namin, yung pagiging isa namin as a team. Kasi siguro yung start ng season namin medyo sluggish kami. Pero ngayong mid-season na talagang nakikita namin yung pagiging team namin. Tsaka yun, one page lahat.
Kyle, any greetings?
Of course, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niyang panalo sa amin. And of course, sa coaches namin. And sa mga sponsors po namin, thank you po Armor On, Jinky Skin, Sanman Boxing, Mount Sabrina, Gensan Mayor, Lorelei Pacquiao, Boss Manny Pacquiao, good luck po sa paparating na laban nyo. And sa family ko, kay mama, papa, sa kapatid ko, sa girlfriend ko, kay Charlene, sa family niya, kila tita, kila tito, and sa partner ko, kay Tita Erica, and sino pa ba, mga kaibigan ko, and ayun, mga coaches, sila Boss Merman, thank you po. And sa mga teammates ko and coaching staff, credit lahat sa kanila.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Kyle Tolentino of the Gensan Warriors. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. And our games tomorrow, biyaheng San Fernando, Pampanga, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Davao against Marikina in the first game, Sarangani against Pasig in the second game, and the new look Cebu Classic will take on the two-time defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, in the main game. So that's it for us here. And for my partner, Javi Palanya, courtside reporter, Lyra Punsalan, and for the rest of the hardworking men and women making up our team here in the MPBL, ito po si Dev Tupa saying thank you and good night from Pasay City.